This meeting is being held in conformance with the Sunshine Law. Notice of time, date, and place has been furnished to the Bergen Record and the Ridgewood News. Notice has also been posted on the bulletin board of the Administration Building. Clerk, please take the roll.
Sorry. Mayor Giordano.
Here.
Mr. Brennick.
Here.
Ms. Saracola Drake. Here. Mr. Martinello.
Here.
Mr. Raimondo.
Here.
Mr. Ritchie.
Here.
Everyone kindly rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May we have a moment of silence for all our Waldeck veterans, all veterans across our country who have given the ultimate sacrifice, protecting and defending our freedom so that we could assemble the way we are today. Clerk, please do the prayer.
We thank you for everyone gathered here now. Thank you that you know each of us by name and have caused us to walk with you. We say that we are dependent on you and our trust is in you completely. As we surrender ourselves in adoration, we ask that you would come by your Holy Spirit and inspire our hearts today. Come fill our lives with your love, fill our conversations with your grace and truth, fill this meeting with your presence. We ask this for your glory and praise. Amen.
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 Good evening, everyone. This chair is not vacant for a reason. Tatiana is here. I'd like to welcome, first of all, Tatiana, who started Monday as our new administrator here in the borough. We wish her well, we wish her good luck, and we know that we're in good hands with a Waldeck resident that's only interest is Waldeck. Under my report, I really have nothing to report, so I'll turn it over to everyone else. Financial Administrative Committee, Councilman Ritchie.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good evening, everyone. It's nice to see you. I don't have much this evening either. We took a pause on the Finance Committee meetings as Tatiana is, I think, kind of getting herself transitioned into the BA role. I think we'll probably resume those in probably mid to late October, hopefully. Our goal is to really start to look at the budget. As you know, we have we already have some challenges ahead of us. We expect an increase in the health benefits from the state. The people in Trenton really just are not doing a great job managing that budget. So I think we could see an increase as high as 36%. That not only affects the borough to the tune of $450,000 or so, but all the employees. So there's some real downward pressure there on the expense side. On the revenue side, we talked about energy tax receipts. That could also be a potential issue moving into the new year. I believe that there are sections of the energy tax receipts that are not funded in Trenton. So again, I think part of the problem is with energy tax receipts, which are essentially the state collecting energy taxes on utilities on our behalf. They're supposed to pay those to us, but they've mismanaged those funds and they're potentially a liability. That's a $2.5 million exposure to the borough. So in essence, the borough, we're just marionettes on a string, beholden to the state. And so I think on a long-term kind of view, we should look to fill the gap within our budget, but also look to maybe wean ourselves off of the state aid. And so we'll be meeting to kind of look at the budget from a short-term and also a long-term perspective. Thank you.
Thank you. Fire and Police Protection Committee, Councilman Brennan.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mayor. In September, the department responded to 26 calls of varying types. October is Fire Prevention Month, and the Bureau is going to be holding the annual open house on October 9th, 21 at 7 o'clock. And we'll invite you to come over and allow us to show you what we can do. Also, the Fire Prevention Bureau during the month is going to be going to the schools. We're giving talks to the students about fire prevention. It's going to be held on the 6th and on the 7th. They'll be throughout the town at all the schools. I don't have anything else, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Public Safety Committee, Councilwoman Saracola Drake.
Thank you, Mayor. Waldeck doesn't have any updates since our last meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Recreation and Health Committee, Mr. Councilman Martinello.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a few updates, some events coming up in the very near future here, starting with the Ragamuffin Parade on October 25th, that's Saturday, 10 a.m. Rain date is October 26th. It's always exciting to see the little kids walking down the street in their costumes, and we always do a great job with that. So looking forward to that. It'll be a great day. Also, the Taste of Waldwick is our second annual Taste of Waldwick is coming up on Monday, October 13th. Great event at the Village School between 6 and 9 p.m. with tasting between 6 and 8 p.m. On the health front, we have a few events coming up. Blood pressure screening is October 1st, so tomorrow, 11:45 a.m. to 12:30 at the White's Lane facility. Also, we have our free rabies clinic coming up. I know Bob is always looking forward to that one out there on November 6th at 6 p.m. to 7:30 at the DPW garage. You can visit the website for more details there. And also, the Waldwick Lions Club is hosting a blood drive on Thursday, October 16th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Public Works Committee, Councilman Raimondo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple items. First, I want to thank Tatiana and DPW for their diligence over the weekend with the failure and the quick turnaround to complete it. You were in constant communication with us, and again, we thank you for that, as well as the residents. Spoke with Mike. Basically, he says the fall leaf set up, they're up and ready for the fall. Included in the deck is the dates for all the districts. Snowplow maintenance and all the trucks are being maintained and managed, and they should be ready for when we hit our first snowstorm. And we did receive our new supervisor's truck to replace the F-350. That was on its way out last year. We held off to maintain the budget last year, but we purchased it so that we could do it this year. That truck was on its way out. So now we'll be up and running. We won't have any incidents, hopefully, knock on wood, with the snow plow and the water maintenance. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Weber's not here tonight. She will report at the next meeting on her committee.
Mr. Mayor, I neglected to announce during my report about the tower ladder. Could I do that now?
Sure.
I just wanted everybody to understand that our tower ladder is out of service. It's getting repaired. It's an extensive repair. It's currently in Pennsylvania, I believe, and we're being covered by other towns as required until that piece of apparatus arrives back. When it does, I will inform the public. Thank you.
Thank you. Borough Administrator Tatiana.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Happy to be here for my official first meeting as administrator. We've had some meetings to start off this week with different department heads and talking about some of the areas that we'll be focusing on. As the councilman mentioned, the water department did have some issues at the booster station this past weekend, but the water department was great in repairing and making the repair quickly, working with our vendors to get the pump back up and running. We did have some loss of pressure in districts 4 and 6 as a result, but happy to report that the pump's been repaired and pressure has remained at a great level. So the other work that was being done at that booster station is continuing, and we will be back up full service pretty soon. With that being said, some exciting news. The Lions playground equipment was delivered yesterday. Installation is expected to happen this week. So I'm sure that there are a lot of families that are excited to get onto the new playground and enjoy it. So that will be taking place this week. If you're in and out of the park, you'll notice the work being done. Also, just in regards to the HVAC roofing project at the Pistol Range, because we have so many members, we just wanted to put it out there publicly, and I'm sure that you've probably already been made aware that the range will not be available starting mid-November. The work by our vendor Waystar will begin around that time. So if there are training sessions that you need to get in before the end of the year, just make sure that you're scheduling that prior to the second week of November. And that's all I have this evening. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Borough Clerk Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to draw your attention to Resolution 2025-272, which is the annual Waldock High School Grad Ball Calendar Raffle. Again, all the documents and payments were received, and it's in order for your consideration. General election, we're working on that, is November the 4th. October 14th is the last day to register to vote in the November 4th general election. My office will be open until 7 p.m. that night for late night voter registration. If residents received a call or email from Melissa to pick up their dog licenses, you can also do that on October 14th during that time. The official mail-in ballots for the 2025 general election were mailed out to voters in Waldock with active vote-by-mail request on September 23rd. Only voters with active vote-by-mail requests will receive their ballots within those 3 days, and if they have not, they need to call the county at 201-336-7020. All this information is on our website. The deadline for the county to receive vote-by-mail applications for this election is October the 28th. The Bergen County Municipal Clerks Association will meet with the county election officials to discuss the general election procedures during our October 16th mini conference. We've already met with PD to go over security issues as well as our plan for election returns. I just want to call, I know that Councilman Raimondo just discussed the curbside leaf collection, which is correct. The actual schedule is correct, but on our calendar, we did note that there were some corrections that needed to be made. So if you look at the schedule, don't look at the calendar, because the calendar has an error for October 30th, which shows the calendar that leaf collection is in District 1, when in fact it's in District 3. And the second error was November 1st. November 1st falls on a Saturday. We do not collect leaves on Saturday, so there will be no leaf collection for District 3 on that date. So there's really nothing that you need to do, and we apologize for the error in the calendar. And lastly, I just want to congratulate Melissa from my office. She passed her RMC records management course last week, and she has a few more classes in the review class to take before she sits for the state exam in Trenton. So she's well on her way, and she's doing a really great job in my office. So congratulations to her. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Borough Attorney Craig Bazan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to let I know the borough knows, but let the public know that we received our award letter for one of the settlement payments for the PFAS settlement. This is the settlement with 3M. The first payment was received, I believe, last month in the amount of $212,293 and change. The payment that will be coming in probably in the next 2 weeks is in the amount of $484,853. That represents about 65% of what the borough is entitled to under the 3M settlement. The following payments, then it gets paid out over the following 8 years. So there's, step downs about 6% to 2% over the next 8 years for that payout. This is just for 3M. There's a DuPont settlement that is being divvied up as we speak. That's going to be a lot less, so nobody get excited. And then there's also the Tyco and the BASF that the litigation counsel is working on, which should hopefully be finalized, and we should know those numbers before the end of the year. So money is starting to roll in regards to the PFAS settlement, but I just wanted to let everybody know that the second payment should be here in a couple weeks. And that's all, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Are we going into closed right now?
No items for closed.
Okay, thank you. Consent resolutions and resolutions of the governing body.
Be it resolved that the following resolutions herewith listed by consent, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Waldock, are hereby passed and approved. 2025-269, approval of consent. 2025-270, approval of minutes September 9, 2025. Policy vote. Stacy Cariccio requests to hold a block party on October 31st from 4 to 9 with Harrison Avenue to be closed between Frederick Street and Walter Nightingale Place with alcoholic beverages being served. 2025-271, supporting Revolution, New Jersey, Crossroads of the American Revolution, Waldock's Living History. 2025-272, approve raffle license 2025-07 for the 2025-2026 Waldock High School Graduation Ball Association Calendar Raffle. 2025-273, appointment of Municipal Housing Liaison Tatiana Marquis. 2025-274, Appointment of Municipal Recycling Coordinator, Tatiana Marquis, 2025-275. Appointment of Public Agency Compliance Officer, Tatiana Marquis, 2025-276. Appointment of Designated Employee Representatives, 2025-277. Amending the appointment of Jake Putterman as a police officer, 2025-278. Approval of salary for Melissa Labrizzi, Clerk 1, 2025-279. Appointment to the Walden Green Team, 2025-280. Authorization to cancel and refund taxes for 100% veteran exemption, Block 149, Lot 59, and 2025-281. Payment of vouchers.
Do we have a motion and a second to accept? Motion by Mark, second by Joe. Anyone have a question? If not, clerk, take the roll.
Mr. Brannick?
Yes.
Ms. Serola Drake?
Yes.
Mr. Martinello?
Yes.
Mr. Raimondo?
Yes.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Would the clerk kindly read for public hearing ordinance number 2025-19?
2025, number 19, an ordinance amending Chapter 12, Fire Department, Section 9, Insurance and Compensation Protection, subsection 2B2, Compensation Other Than Insurance and Liability, to increase monetary portion associated with existing percentages.
Anyone from the council would like to comment on this ordinance that was just read? Am I allowed to comment or no? Okay, what this is, first of all, two people on the dais here have to recuse themselves because they are in the fire department. What this is a couple of, beginning of the year, they looked into the records and found out the fire department has not got raises in quite a long time. So it was brought to our attention, and what we did was we talked about it. At that one point, we had to hold off because there was issues with funds, and now we are able to give the fire department an increase in their salaries. And this is what this is all about. Anyone else on the council? Nope. I asked the public. I close the council's comments and ask the public. Anybody from the public would like to comment on this ordinance? If not, I close the public's comments and ask for a motion and a second to pass this ordinance on second reading and that it will be advertised in local legal newspapers as required by law. Do I have a motion and a second? Motion by Ms. Serola Drake, second by Councilman Mike. Clerk, take the roll.
Mr. Brannick?
I can't vote on that.
Oh, okay. Ms. Serola Drake?
Yes.
Mr. Martinello?
Yes.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Clerk, kindly read ordinance number 2025-20.
Ordinance number 2025-20, and ordinance amending ordinance number 2025-15, fixing the compensation, salaries, and wages of officials and employees of the Borough of Walden to increase the range for municipal clerk and fire department.
Anybody from the council would like to comment on this ordinance that was just read? This is almost the same as what we're doing on the first one, but also there are people in the borough here that are getting raises according to their status and according to their performance. Anyone else? If not, I close our comments of the council and ask anybody from the audience who would like to comment on this ordinance that was just read. If not, I close the public's comments and ask for a motion and a second to pass this on second reading and that the clerk be advertised in a local legal newspaper as required by law. Motion and a second. Motion by Mike, second by Joe. Clerk, please take the roll.
Mr. Brannick?
Again, I think I abstained.
This is for the salaries?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Fire.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Fire department.
fire department.
I understand. Ms. Serola Drake?
Yes.
Mr. Martinello?
Yes.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Okay, right. Would you like to read it?
Resolution 2025-282, authorized salaries for municipal clerk and fire department.
Do we have a motion?
It was advertised.
It's advertised. Okay. Anybody from the, would anybody want to comment on this? Nope. Okay. Anybody in the public would like to comment on this?
No, this is a resolution.
Oh, resolution, all right. Take the roll.
We need a motion.
Do we have a motion by Mike and we have a second by Katie? You got it right.
Mr. Brannick?
Again, I don't think I can vote on it.
Ms. Serola Drake?
Yes.
Mr. Martinello?
Yes.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Okay.
We're pulling ordinance number 2025-21.
Okay. Introduction of ordinances. Clerk, kindly read ordinance number 2025-22.
Ordinance number 2025, number 22, an ordinance authorizing the Borough of Walden to enter into a lease agreement with the Walden High School Graduation Ball Incorporated for use of the old DPW complex.
A motion and a second is in order to move and pass this ordinance on first reading and that it be advertised in local legal newspapers as required by law, setting a public hearing 2 weeks from tonight's meeting at 7:30 p.m. or soon thereafter as the matter may be reached. Motion and a second. Motion by Joe, second by Andy. On the question. Okay.
So I just want to, because we have new council members sometimes, so we do this every year because the grad ball committee changes. So in the past, years ago, the committee would change and then the new committee wouldn't know what the rules and regulations are.
Right.
So this is done every single year so that the committee, the new committee knows what the rules and regs are in regards to using the old DPW complex.
Right. If they use it or not, they're going to still be paying us the lease. That's up to them to decide what they want to be doing. But the building is there for them if they need it. Anyone else? Clerk, take the roll.
Mr. Brennick?
Yes.
Ms. Sarah Coladrake?
Yes.
Mr. Martinello?
Yes.
Mr. Ramondo?
Yes.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Okay. Any unfinished business from the council?
Mayor, I have just a few,
Sure.
few things. So I just wanted to follow up on whether we received the H2S readings from the sewer authority that I think they were doing 6 to 9 months of readings.
Nope, not yet.
Okay, so I went, because I felt like I was a marionette on a string with the sewer authority, I went and bought my own H2S reader. It was smelling pretty bad last night, so I went and took some readings down by that area. It was reading 1 to 2 ppm. So again, I don't know what objectively a bad smell is, but I think it would be really good if we press to get that data so we can, collectively together start to understand what's causing this. So noted. Okay. Do we have an update from the Water Committee on kind of what H2M is?
Tatiana?
Sure. So I do know that as of last week, they were working with the DPW to get the data downloaded and into their system. So we're waiting for an update from them on that. And then we've also asked them for that fall date for a public meeting. So we're continue to communicate with them. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, good. And then one last topic I thought maybe would be really nice for us to revisit. So, about a year ago, we purchased a property on Wyckoff Avenue down by the school. It was a really nice opportunity for us to take a home and large space and potentially keeping it as open space. As we talk about redevelopment down here, the idea being we can balance out any new structures with more open space. There was a property about 6 months ago that we passed on. I don't think it's sold, which means we probably have some pretty good negotiating power here. And as I've said, our capital structure is pretty strong. Our debt service hasn't increased in 10 years, which means what we bond out is, I think, under pretty good control. As we talk about potential new redevelopment opportunities, I would like to balance that out with open space. And so I would like to see if we can reach out to whoever the real estate agent is there and see if it's still an opportunity, and then potentially come back to the negotiating table and see if we can purchase that property. At a minimum, right, we're going to own a piece of property that's going to only increase in value over the next couple of years. And so if in a pinch we need to sell it, we'll probably do so with a profit. So I just wanted to throw that out there to this council.
Would you look into that, Mr. Ritchie?
Absolutely, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. Then you'll get back to us when you find anything. Good.
Yep.
Anyone else? Yes.
Yeah. So I just had an issue that I wanted to bring up that a recent resident approached me about. So with the new PFAS remediation, a lot of these water tanks are a lot bigger, and some of them are placed right next to residential homes, whereas others are by parks or, not an issue for a resident. And I was able to talk to the one resident who said that she had approached the borough and requested planting arborvitae green giants to somewhat conceal those tanks. They're quite an eyesore if you've seen them. So I was thinking, personally, I think that would be a great thing we could do, or the least that we could do for these residents that have been, put in this position. And I believe she said that she got a quote for somewhere around $1,000. So, in the grand scheme of our budget, I think it'd be something we could figure out. And I wanted to open up a discussion and see what everyone else thought.
I know who you're talking about, the woman that lives near the, did it? I think it was Steve that talked to her, or I think it was Patrick, I can't remember which one. But if she wants to revisit this with now Tatiana,
Okay.
she could get ideas and then come back to us with a plan.
Okay.
And I think that might be the best way to do it. So instead of everybody just speaking with her, just call her and tell her to
Sure.
make an appointment with Tatiana, and she'll discuss everything, and then you'll get back to us and everything. But I think,
Did you want me to, I just wanted to add one point.
yeah, but just reach out to either Steve or Patrick. I think it was Patrick.
It was Steve. It was Steve. Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah, it was Steve, yeah.
Just wanted to mention that in terms of planting near our infrastructure, there is equipment underground, which may limit how close we can get to the actual tanks in terms of screening. So that is a challenge in some of the areas and what we were looking at.
Yeah.
You know, having to be responsible for what's underneath and not preventing any of that, you know, equipment from not working
Yeah.
because of it. But yeah, please send her our way.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Sir?
Just a quick question, as I know a lot of people around town have been asking, and I don't have any answers. Has there been any developers or any stores or anything that's come to the town to ask about Rite Aid or the farmers market? You know, supermarkets have been a big question from people on social media and walking around town. I don't know if anybody's had any contact.
We've been hearing stories, but right now, none of them are coming to be.
Right, I don't think we've received any requests for permits from the building department for those two locations. And not necessarily, may not be required if it's same use, but nothing that we've been made aware of that's firm.
Anyone else? Okay, any new business from the council?
Yes, Mr.
Sir?
This weekend, the Environmental Committee had their Styrofoam drive for the third one this year. Actually went quite well. We basically filled the container up by 1:30, so we were done quite early this year. We did have support from the Boy Scouts and Troop 88, as well as the Allendale Green Team Lead, and some of the new Green Team members were in attendance. One of the other things that, since we've moved to securing this with Ridgewood versus the company up in Haskell, they actually return the bags. So we might be saving some money with regards to reusing the bags as many times as we can before. I don't know any feedback from your end, how it's been working with Ridgewood, but,
I believe it's been working out just fine.
okay. Then, to date, we're probably up to 20,000 pounds of styrofoam that we've not sent to the landfill. So it's a big plus for the Environmental Committee. One of the other items that came up in the Environmental Committee meeting was the Wagner property. They would like to have an opportunity to walk the property, as well as some other groups have also shown interest, so that when the proposal goes in for Green Acres, that we can maybe make an assessment that actually helps the town as opposed to selling it.
Let them reach out to Tatiana,
Yes.
because she's the key keeper.
She's the key keeper.
Yes, Kelly and I took a tour of the property last week and were able to really take a look at it closely, and it's a great piece of property for the borough.
We have great ideas
Yes.
that we will share at some point.
The pocketbook.
That's not true. That's why they have grants.
Anyone else?
Yeah, just, sorry, on that, just to follow up, I just want to make sure that we're all discussing Green Acres before we actually formally submit. You know, concerned about a grant that restricts our ability to sell the property in the future if we need to. I think that I look at the property acquisition as great for the community, but also potential investment, and councils 20 years from now may have different ideas or different needs. And I just think we need to balance kind of taking in grants as well as kind of maintaining the investment.
Well, how far did we go so far with this?
So we are just waiting for Green Acres application period to open so that we can officially submit what the collective plans are from the council. So, you know, Steve did work with Green Acres to get that moving, and all that paperwork has been submitted and has been processed.
And they all know that we have a new administrator.
They do. They've been made aware.
Can I ask you a question regarding that? I thought we purchased that property with the intent from Mr. Wagner that it would be used for a park, not for us to make a profit. Because to be honest, if we were in the business to make a profit, then we would be just selling the town. I just want to make sure that that's not what type of business we're in, Mike, not to make a profit by buying property to outsell someone that we bought it at a reduced price.
Yeah, so I don't have any intention in selling the property, but I don't want to restrict councils 20 years from now from that intent. You know, unfortunately, we live through it ourselves, Mark, right? Whoever made the deal with the sewer authority, however many years ago, probably made a very bad deal, right? We're
Very
paying.
different scenario.
Well, but I'm just saying, I think we need to be smart and let's just discuss, right? I'm saying we should have an open conversation about it and not rush to take a grant which would unfortunately restrict councils decades from now from doing anything. That's all I'm saying.
Anyone else?
I just want to wish our Jewish friends Yom Kippur coming up this.
Took my thunder.
holiday. Sorry, I didn't know if you had it on your list. Very good.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I'll save it for you then.
No. You're right. You're right. Absolutely right. Anyone else from the council? If not, the public. Anybody from the public would like to comment, please come up to the podium. Just give us your name so we have it for the record.
I still need to give my name. Angela Smith. Our Access for All committee met last night, and Tatiana, I know this is going to be another thing on your plate, but since the equipment is coming in for the Lions Club playground, one of the things that we had sent, Jim Laughlin is another member of the Access for All committee, and I met with Steve, and the Sean Fisher playground, the entrance, kind of the ramp, has gotten very uneven, and we had sent him pictures of that.
Okay.
So I don't know how much, I know you've been
Could you
concentrating.
forward them to me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have them. We
great,
still have them.
great.
And I have pictures with Jim Laughlin, who's in a wheelchair trying to get down there, and it's almost impossible.
Yeah,
So
please send them over.
I'll send them over. Since you're working on Lions Club now, it
Yeah.
kind of goes hand in hand. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Anyone else? If not,
I have someone
oh,
from.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hello, this is Ted Sanso.
Hey, Ted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we could. How are you, Ted?
Very good, thank you, sir. Just so you know, I've talked to just a couple of people. One was Mr. Raimondo at the Environmental Committee. I'm interested in forming something called, what I would call a tree bank. Now, it's a situation where when a redeveloper does something, and let's just say he has to chop down 5 trees, then he turns around and plants 20. Now, by which point, is it possible that the extra 15 would be quote-unquote put into a tree bank, which I know is, just records, by which point we would not have to hit a resident owner with the $450 tree replacement charge. Now, I realize the $450 fee that's charged when a resident is not replacing a tree goes for a fund for the town. Now, that is something that maybe we can work out. But I'm just kind of let you know that I'm going to be going around making inquiries within Borough Hall, because where does the records for the tree bank have to be kept and things like that. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm going to be nosing around, and this is an idea I've been working on for a short time. And hopefully in a few months I'll have something sensible to present to the committee, to the council. I have one other question, and that was concerning in going through the tree ordinance. And it did say something along the lines where a resident plants a tree and the town should be notified. Now, my question is, once the town is notified that a resident planted a tree, does that in any way cause that resident to have to pay a $450 fee if that tree has to be removed in the future? Because in how I see it, which I could be corrected, the tree was planted after our stock was, let's just say, inventoried. So to me, that tree may be in excess. I don't know if our lawyer has to look into that, but that's something I would be questioning when I finally do come to the council with something. Thank you. I'm done.
Yeah, our attorney will be reviewing all that you just told him. Also, we'll reach out also to Joe Misulik, who is the gentleman that goes out when there is a situation. And also, we'll reach out, tomorrow night we have a planning board meeting, we'll reach out with the planning board, because I know when people come up to the planning board to build or something, the tree ordinance kicks in, and they have to figure out what they're going to do when they replace the trees. So we'll grab you some information also.
Sir, I thank you very much. I will listen in on the planning board meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
And thank you once
Yeah,
again.
I'll make sure they discuss it a little bit on the new business.
Mr. Mayor, if I may. And Ted, I'll look into the this is correct, I'll look into the ordinance, but I believe the $450 fee only applies if the person cannot replant the tree that they removed on their property. If they can replace the tree on their property, there is no fee for the quote, tree replacement fund. But I'll take a look at everything and have a more comprehensive answer at the next meeting for you.
Well, thank you, sir. I do agree with you that it's only a replacement fee. And how can I say, thank you for listening.
Thank you. Anyone else? Just a
I have
minute.
another,
Is there somebody else on the line?
I do, yeah.
Go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, Council. This is Joanne Mitchell. I have two things I'd like to bring up.
Yes.
The first thing is, I'd like to congratulate Tatiana on her appointment as Borough Administrator. Congratulations. I look forward to a wonderful tenure.
Thank you
And
so much.
the second thing I have is, will Waldwick be establishing a 250th anniversary committee to celebrate the American Revolution?
Yes, we're in the process of doing that. We already met with the woman that's going to be running it for us. She was supposed to be here tonight at the meeting, but things got a little different ideas, and we didn't get her on the agenda. But once we meet with her, and she'll be coming to a meeting to let us know her plans and everything for it. I've already reached out to a couple of the schools. I've already reached out to the library about some programs that we're going to do for the 250th. I think what we're going to do is the kickoff will probably be in May, and it's going to be geared around the museum. Even though the country is 250 years old, we're going to focus more on what Waldwick has been doing in our period of time that we've been in existence. But we will let everyone know exactly what's going on.
Will there be room for Waldwick volunteers to help support this effort?
We are going to reach out to yes, the woman that's going to be handling everything. As I said, we met with her. She's going to be sending out information to everybody about how to become an active player in to the 250th anniversary.
Outstanding. Thank you very much, sir. Those are all my questions.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes.
Hi, Stan Kowalski. Back in August, the lease expired for the cell towers. Is there any update on that?
We just got an email. Oh, I have to tell you.
Right, so we assumed ownership of the tower in question. Peter Lupo was here a few meetings ago to give us, he's our telecommunications consultant, and he has notified all the providers that we would be taking the ownership. That just settled, let's say, in the past 2 to 3 weeks, and we're on track to set up the new agreements with the providers, and then open up the possibility for new providers to be on the tower as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Anyone else in the audience? Yes, Joe.
Chuck Wanamaker, Waldwick Community Alliance. We have like maybe you got something in front of you already. We've given some papers out that we have an opportunity in May of 26 to celebrate something with the war and all that kind of thing. It's on the paperwork there for you. It's the opening of the quincentennial celebration of the 250th anniversary of the Revolutionary War in Waldwick, New Jersey. We would like to do this, and of course we need permission, obviously.
Are you the woman we spoke with?
What's that?
This is the same thing, it's one and the same.
Yeah, the person that we spoke with, I just mentioned, she's the one that's working with us to do that. So we're moving ahead with that.
All right, so, yeah, I just figured, as long as I'm here, I want to make
No,
sure,
absolutely.
we're asking permission, of course, and we'd love to do it,
Right.
but there's always a couple of guidelines that we ask for some help on.
Yeah,
And if we can-
she came with us, she came and met with Tatiana, myself, and
Okay.
Kelly with Rich Minelli. And they
Right,
were talking
right,
about everything,
okay.
about the history, and about the
All right.
the museum and everything, and that's the focus of our 250th.
And then when they say about building a little fire, there's nothing like that. That's something on the lawn, just to make this revolutionary thing be
No,
reenacted.
they're gonna have,
Yeah, but
they're gonna have people
it
eating
looks like
there.
it's more serious than it really is, but it's gonna be kind of cool.
No, it is gonna be nice.
But we just need a little help on what we're asking, and they're
Yeah.
kind of jumping out the bit to give them an answer,
Right.
so,
We've talked to them about it, and,
okay.
you know, it's not set in stone right now, because it has, of course, has to be
Okay.
approved by the council, but looks like it'll be all right.
Okay, all right, thank you, thanks a
Thank you.
lot, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? If not, do I have a motion? Anybody on there, Tatiana?
Nope, we're all set.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Andy, second by Mark, all in favor? All opposed? Happy Yom Kippur.